She really thinks she can live without me? I whispered to myself, staring at Lena like I didn't recognize the woman standing in front of me. Her words hung in the air, sharp and echoing, refusing to fade. I had never seen her so unwavering, so distant, so determined to cut herself loose. A tight, burning knot formed in my chest, part anger, part heartbreak, all tangled together. Are you actually serious? I finally managed, my voice barely there. She didn't blink, folding her arms. She nodded with a calmness that felt cruel. Yes, Mark, I can't do this anymore. I need spaced freedom. I want a life that does include you. For a moment, all I could do was stare. 6 years. 6 years of shared rent, shared hopes, shared everything. And she spoke like it all meant nothing. So what now? I asked, trying not to let my voice crack. You just leave. She gave a small, almost victorious smile. I'm done being tied down. I want my own choices, my own place, my own life. The casual tone stung more than the words themselves, as if I had been nothing but a placeholder in her story. I inhaled slowly, forcing myself to stay grounded. If that's what you want, I said, steadying my voice, then fine. But listen carefully. This ends right now. Not under my roof, not with my support. Her eyes widened. Excuse me? You heard me. I replied, firm for the first time in a long while, I'm not your safety net. I'm not the comfortable backup you fall on while chasing something better. If you walk away, you do it without leaning on what I've built. She laughed, a sharp, bitter sound. You're unbelievable. Maybe, I said, shaking my head, but I finally understand respect and boundaries and my own worth. I'm not letting you wipe that away just because you're restless. Her smirk faded, replaced by a flicker of uncertainty. For the first time, she seemed unsure. Maybe it shocked her that I wasn't begging, wasn't clinging, wasn't trying to pull her back. That wasn't the man she was used to. I had always been the one who bent, who apologized, who swallowed my needs just to avoid conflict. Not anymore. I thought you'd fight for me, she whispered, her voice shaking. I thought you'd... She stopped, unable to continue. I leaned back slightly. Fight for you? I already did. For years, I fought for us. But fighting for someone shouldn't mean losing myself. And I refuse to keep doing that while you throw away everything we built. Her jaw tightened. She wanted a dramatic explosion, an argument she could win, something to feed her ego. Instead, all she got was calm resolve. I watched her facade crumble at the edges, watched her realize that the power had shifted. I'm serious, I said quietly. You're free to create whatever life you want, but you'll do it on your own, not with my home, my money, or my support. She paled. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again with no sound. Her pride and plans collided with something she didn't expect, my self-respect. I placed the keys in her hand. Pack your things, I told her gently. And when you walk out, don't look back. Not because I hate you, but because I finally love myself enough not to be stepped on again. She stared at me, stunned, like a frightened animal frozen in headlights. And for the first time in years, I felt a strange blend of relief and strength settle inside me. That night, she left without the fight she'd been preparing for. No dramatic exit, no slamming doors. Just quiet acceptance and the weight of her own choices. I locked the door behind her and rested my forehead against it, letting the mixture of grief and liberation wash through me. It hurt, of course it did, but it also felt like breathing after being underwater too long. Days later, as I reevaluated everything, I realized something important. I had finally chosen myself. I held my boundaries, protected my dignity, and refused to shrink to fit someone else's comfort. I didn't hate her. I just understood, at last, that self-respect matters more than the fear of loneliness. The silence in the house wasn't emptiness anymore. It was space for my own choices, my own growth. A reminder that love should never require losing yourself. I survived the heartbreak, and in doing so, I discovered a part of me I had forgotten existed. Maybe that was the hidden blessing in all the pain.